From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Monday, October 1st, 2018. Silver is trading at $14.56 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,189 per ounce. Zen is trading at $17, and the average price of Bitcoin is $6,593. Antiwar.com reports Iranian Foreign Minister Javad Zarif announced over the weekend that Iran and the European Union are very close to finalizing negotiations on a major oil trading deal. He said there is growing enthusiasm for the deal, which, if completed, would be the most overt rejection of U.S. sanctions and threats. Last week, the European Union unveiled a plan to open a closing house that would allow trade with Iran to bypass U.S. banking sanctions. This plan was centered on the idea of an oil trade with oil purchasers giving money to the clearinghouse, which would pass it on to other EU companies to pay them for goods and services provided to Iran. EU officials seem to have become increasingly interested in the oil deal since the plan was announced, as it now seems that EU leadership is committed to resisting U.S. sanctions and has set up a means for them to do so. The U.S. has demanded that the world take Iran exports down to zero. China buys the majority of Iranian oil and will continue to do so. A deal with the EU is likely to ensure that Iran's oil exports can remain strong despite U.S. threats. Zencash has changed their name to Horizon to better represent their transition from a cryptocurrency to a pioneering platform that protects consumer data. They're working towards the day when anyone will be able to build privacy-based applications on the Horizon platform and generate income from them. This will allow Horizon to bring thousands of real-life services to the community, services that provide freedom, utility, and privacy. Learn more at horizon.global and join the Horizon community, HORIZEN.global. Reuters reports the U.S. Department of Justice late on Sunday filed suit after California Governor Jerry Brown signed legislation to restore net neutrality in the state after the Trump administration repealed the rules in December 2017. This marked the latest clash between the Trump administration and the state of California. U.S. Attorney General Jeff Sessions said on Sunday in a statement that states do not regulate interstate commerce, the federal government does. Once again, the California legislature has enacted an extreme and illegal state law attempting to frustrate federal policy. California's net neutrality law is set to take effect on January 1st, but the DOJ late on Sunday in a court filing sought a preliminary injunction to block it from taking effect, warning that internet companies cannot realistically comply with one set of standards in this area for California and another for the rest of the nation, especially when internet communications frequently cross multiple jurisdictions. The DOJ said that California sought to second-guess the federal government and warned that the effects of this state legislation would be to nullify federal law across the country. In December, the Federal Communications Commission said in repealing the Obama-era rules that it was preempting states from setting their own rules governing internet access. California Attorney General Xavier Becerra said on Sunday the Trump administration was ignoring millions of Americans who voiced strong support for net neutrality rules, while California, which is home to countless startups, tech giants, and nearly 40 million consumers, will not allow a handful of power brokers to dictate sources for information on the speed at which websites load. The FCC voted 3-2 in December along party lines to reverse rules that barred internet service providers from blocking or throttling traffic or offering paid fast lanes, also known as paid prioritization. FCC Chairman Ajit Pai, who led the effort to reverse net neutrality, said in a statement on Sunday that not only is California's internet regulation law illegal, it also hurts consumers. The law prohibits many free data plans, which allows consumers to stream video, music, and the like exempt from data limits. Jonathan Spalter, who heads U.S. Telecom, an industry trade group, said California's law will not help advance the promise and potential of California's innovation DNA. He argued that instead of 50 separate state laws, we need Congress to step up with a national framework for the whole internet ecosystem and resolve this issue once and for all. In August, 22 states and a coalition of trade groups representing major tech companies urged a federal appeals court to reinstate the rules. Oral arguments are set for February 1st. The U.S. Senate voted in May to reinstate the net neutrality rules, but the measure is likely to be approved by the U.S. House of Representatives, and the White House also opposes it. Are you an advocate for free market money? Then you need SpendABit in your arsenal, the search engine for things you can buy with Bitcoin. Keep your money in the free economy. Visit spendabit.co today. Spendabit.co. This has been FPP Radio News, online at FPPRadio.com.